Today we hope to show you some of what Carnival Cruise Lines has to offer. So like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments if there is a cruise offering you want to know more about. In this video, we'll go over some of the various entertainment options you'll find on the Carnival Magic. So let's get started. I'd like to point out right up front that this won't be a completely comprehensive list of entertainment options. There are so many things to do on board, it would be nearly impossible to document them all. We don't even have footage of everything we're talking about in this video. But we hope this gives you an idea of some of the options you'll have to keep yourself busy on those sea days, or even port days when you don't want to leave. Seeing a Broadway-style show in the main theater is always a must-do in a Carnival ship, so that's where we're starting. They change the shows up every now and then, so they may be different when you visit. But while we were there, they did one focusing on piano-heavy songs, with particular emphasis on Billy Joel and Elton John, another one that was an 80s rock and roll fest, and another that told the stories of famous movies through song and magic. These are all ages shows, and you can find seating in the Showtime Theater on decks 3, 4, and 5 forward. 2 to 3 times per day, you can come up to the main pool on the Lido deck and watch a movie on the big screen. While you won't see anything that is currently in theaters, they will be showing fairly recent releases, and there should be something for everybody. Just note that while sometimes they will show one in the middle of the day when the sun is beating down on you, most are shown at night when it's a bit cooler and you've got the sea breeze wafting in on you. Much more comfortable. In any case, you can always jump into the pool while you watch, and they'll also sell you some overpriced popcorn at the Red Frog Rum Bar on the starboard side. Please also be aware that the movies are not edited for general audiences. They usually don't show any movies with nudity, but if you've got kids you're trying to keep away from the more vulgar or violent films, you may want to be aware of what's showing at what times. If you're ready for a laugh, you can check out the Punchliner Comedy Club, which is just the Spotlight Lounge whenever there's a stand-up doing their act in it. It's located at the back of the ship on Deck 5 aft, and you can usually choose between a couple of different comedians to see. We don't have any actual footage as there's no video recording allowed during the show, but you should be aware that most comedians have a PG-rated show for most audiences and an R-rated show for adults only. Some only have the R-rated show. Check the Carnival Hub app for times and ratings. As we just showed you in the last section, and here it is again, sometimes you can also check the big screen on the Lido deck for the same information. Are you a gambler, or just someone who might want to try a few casino games? Well, you're in luck because just like every Carnival ship, the Carnival Magic has some casinos for you. Hopefully your luck goes further than that. As you can see, there are lots of digital slot machines, and there are also a number of tables for craps, blackjack, and a few other games for you to lose your money to. What you're seeing here is the main casino, which is located on Deck 5 midship and allows smoking. It includes a bar with some TV screens that are usually showing sporting events, as well as a cash exchange window to turn in your chips or lottery scratchers that you may acquire here or somewhere else on the ship. But there's also a second casino just one level below at Deck 4 midship. This one is quite a bit smaller, does not allow smoking, still has a number of slot machines, but fewer gaming tables and no cash exchange. For those of you with kids, or just big fans of Dr. Seuss, you can attend the Seuss Storytime in the Showtime Theater. Again, seating is on decks 3, 4, and 5 forward. The cruise director narrates a Dr. Seuss story, in our case it was Horton Hears a Who, and the main stage theatrical performers act it out. It's a fun little show with some audience participation. If you've got kids, just check it out. The Carnival Magic has pubs and clubs, and it also has the great Asian pastime of karaoke. Yes, if you've seen our top 10 things to do in Amsterdam video, that's the second time we've used that Ted Lasso reference. It's scheduled a few times per cruise back in the Spotlight Lounge on Deck 5 aft, the same place as the Punchliner for stand-up comedy. Be sure to bring your mobile device, as you'll need to scan a code to get the list of available songs and get your name on the schedule. This is a very popular activity on the ship, and it can get quite crowded in there, despite what you're seeing here. You'll want to show up early, as that's the only time it's this empty. If you head over to the Ocean Plaza on Deck 5 mid, usually early in your cruise, check the Carnival Hub app for the schedule, you can learn a short dance routine set to a popular song, taught by some of the talented people in the main show's cast. In the past, we've seen them teach dances to songs like Michael Jackson's Thriller. On this particular trip, we got Lady Gaga's Born This Way on one cruise, and Tina Turner's version of Proud Mary on another. So even if you do back-to-back cruises on this same ship, you may get different dances. So if this is something you might want to do, find out when it's happening and check it out. Then you can go home, put the song on, and show everyone your moves. On just about any Carnival ship, you can catch live music somewhere, seemingly at any time. On the Carnival Magic, we only noticed a couple of places. Sometimes you'll catch someone performing above the lobby on the Deck 4 landing of the Grand Staircase. You can also see a concert in the Ocean Plaza on Deck 5 Mid, in the same place where the dance classes are held. The Ocean Plaza tends to fill up quickly, so if you want to see a performance there, just like some of the other items on this list, get there early. I wasn't going to include any bars on this list, but this one has a piano, so technically it could be considered part of the live music section. Located on Deck 5 Aft, just outside the Spotlight Lounge, it's a lot like any other bar. But if you get there at the right time, you can take a spot around the piano and sing along with whatever song is being played. Or you could take a seat anywhere else and still sing along. No one's stopping you. Or at least they shouldn't. They'll usually take requests, and while we did joke about requesting Billy Joel's Piano Man in our Carnival Magic Tour video, you probably don't want to do that. Unless you want to see the piano player give you a dirty look. Might be worth it. Another place we mentioned in our tour video is the arcade, called the Warehouse. It's found in an odd location on Deck 4 Aft, around the corner from the Southern Lights Dining Room's upper floor, and is only accessible by going around that corner or going through Club O2 through a door that usually has a sign saying you can't go through there. It's narrow but long and has plenty of claw games, carnival games, and video games to keep you busy. As I mentioned in that tour video, my personal favorite is the Pac-Man air hockey table, mainly for the absolute chaos it brings that no other table I've played does. It's like multi-ball pinball on steroids. Carnival likes to throw a party, and a lot of people who sail with them appreciate it. So it's no surprise that if you cruise on the Carnival Magic, or any of their ships, you may find yourself in the middle of a party. Here we have the Sail Away Party, which, just as it sounds, takes place on the Lido deck midship at the time the ship casts off for the first time. Then there's the 80s Party, which is not what you're seeing here. Unfortunately, the footage we took of the 80s Party didn't turn out, so sorry for that. But it's held in the same place, but at night, later in the cruise, and they play a bunch of popular 80s tunes, and everyone is encouraged to dress like it's the 1980s all over again. Then there's the Whiteout Party, which is held in the lobby on decks 3, 4, and 5 forward. You're asked to wear white, and the cruise director will sometimes throw out white shirts to people who dance for him. It's not as creepy as it sounds. Now we come to a couple of items we don't really have any footage of. Sorry about that, but I did warn you at the start of the video. First, we have the various trivia challenges. They're held numerous times per day, usually here in the Ocean Plaza at Deck 5 Mid, pretty much every day of your cruise, and cover a large variety of subjects, from general movie trivia to facts about the TV show Friends, to random things in Taylor Swift's life and career. Like with just about every event held here, it fills up quickly, so plan ahead. Next we have Bingo, which is held in the Showtime Theater on decks 3, 4, and 5 forward. Unlike most of the other items on this list, this one is not included, so be prepared to pay for your bingo cards. This event is held a few times per sailing, and they generally run a few different games per event. Now we come to another thing we covered on our tour of the ship, the Carnival Waterworks. It's designed mainly for the kids, but really, who doesn't want to get drenched on a really hot day? There are 2 water slides for the adults and older kids, as well as a small double slide for the little ones. And of course, water spraying everywhere and the big bucket in case you somehow avoided everything else. Like several of the other things we've mentioned, finding seating nearby can be a challenge. So if you plan on letting your kids run around in here while you relax at the side, be aware of that. Also note that I brought my kid here once, set my stuff down so I could take him in, and when I came back someone had stolen my seat. So you may also need someone to watch your stuff. If you go up to Deck 12 Aft, you'll find the Sports Square, where there are several games to play. There's putt-putt golf, ping pong, pool, foosball, cornhole, and if you go upstairs you can play some chess. Any accessories you need, like balls, clubs, sticks, and paddles, can be borrowed from the desk nearby. And let's not forget at the very back of the ship is the multi-sport court, where you can play basketball, volleyball, or whatever else they want to set up back there. Speaking of where the chess game is found, we now come to the ropes course, which puts you high above the sports square as you navigate around on ropes and small planks. The ship's map claims it's on Deck 12 Aft, but it's really only accessible by the staircase we just climbed on the starboard side, which actually puts it on Deck 14. You get harnessed to a track above you, but otherwise it's up to you to make your way all the way around the sports square area, with only a couple of narrow paths to take. You'll notice all of this footage is taken from the sports square and not the ropes course itself. That's because I'm not getting up there. Not again. And there you have it. I hope you enjoyed our journey through a lot, if not all, of the different things you can do for entertainment on the Carnival Magic. What do you want to try? What have you tried that's your favorite? What do you can't believe we missed? Let us know in the comments. Happy cruising! Thank you for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell to be notified of new uploads. And while you're here, check out some of our other videos.